first shot? Did Salman give many retakes? How was it? How did both you guys work it out?
Yes, Salman required a lot of rehearsals, and I would do everything impromptu. So we always had this tip between us, and I would say, I cannot rehearse with you, because the more you rehearse and I start stuttering on my lines, I'm very comfortable doing just 1 or 2 takes, and that's it, and it's always canned. So by the end of it, we kind of got down to working it out that way, that he would spend his time alone rehearsing, and then when he would be like just about ready, and he would say, okay, come on, let's do it together.
So on the sets, it was a very fun atmosphere, him being so mischievous, as you said.
Absolutely. We had lots of fun shooting with the kabutar, because in fact we had so many scenes where the kabutar was, had to fly around when we were singing, and Salman would memorize all his lines, and the kabutar would mess up, and he would get so annoyed on that kabutar, that poor little creature. But it was really a great time. And even in OT, in fact, we had a lot of sequence where we were shooting outdoors, and it would start raining, so there were a lot of long conversations over chai and coffee that we would have, and he would talk about his life and me getting down to my life. So it was a nice friendly rapport that we had on the sets.
And any fond memories you have of him?
Like I said, I don't think I'd ever forget the first time that he knew about my relationship with Himalaya, and he just walked up to me and said, "Maine pyar kiya." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm in love." So I said, "Good, and well, I think there's something more to it. Why don't you tell me?" And I was like so nervous. I said, "I don't know where this guy is taking the track to." And then the whole thing ends up being like, I know what you have been up to. You're not goody two shoes like you seem to be. And I said, oh my God, what's he up to? And he said, well, I know all about Himalaya. And that was it. And it was like forever he was singing Dil Deewana Bin Sajna Ke whenever I would pass, and he would say, okay, I'm going to scream it over the rooftops. And he wanted Himalaya's number to call him to Ooty so that the unit could meet him. And well, it just went on and on and on till, I said, just enough, I'll tell you when things get official.
Any incidents you remember during the shoot?
Well, actually, it's quite funny how this Hota Hai really happened, which became a really popular tagline where Maine Pyar Kiya was concerned. We were rehearsing for the shot, and actually Salman tripped over the stairs, to which I started giggling, and I said, hota hai, someone can't walk straight. And Surajji was passing by, and he just heard me saying it, and he said, oh, this is great, you have to use it somewhere. And that's how this whole thing started, with Salman and me continuously telling each other, hota hai.
Salman has this, this whole female fan following.
Mm-hmm.
How was it like back then? Were there incidents where he was crowded by female fans back then during the shoot?
Oh yes, lots of them. And in fact, I think he was like the first on the scene with these real boyish charm looks, where a lot of youngsters, especially college-going girls, and they were like fascinated with this guy who was so sweet and so nice and so seemingly naive, which he wasn't.
So during the shoot, there were hordes of girls coming to see him?
Yes, lots of them. Unfortunately for Salman, we were shooting in Ooty, where I don't think the populace was really that good looking.